excited out here at Buttermilk Mountain to watch the ladies throw down, but especially our defending gold medalist, Jen, Mathilde Gramont.
Mathilde Gramont is on fire. This is a look at her winning trick combo last year. The switch right 1080 followed by the switch double cork 1080. And she even has a forward double cork 12 we might see later tonight.
And how about this from Mathilde's Instagram?
I love it.
I guess this is how you train for big air?
I guess so. You got to be on your toes out there, that's for sure.
I find that just as impressive as the gold medal from last year. A look at our field tonight. A couple of big names you don't see there, Jen, due to injury at practice right before tonight's final.
Yeah, unfortunately, Johanna Kili and Julia Tano are sitting this one out, but it's still going to be an incredible show tonight. We have so much talent in this field.
Absolutely, and it opens it up for some new opportunities, including this young lady making her X Games debut. She was an alternate, finding out that she was going to be competing in this just minutes ago. 20-year-old Margot Hackett.
Margot, our little Frenchie from the homeland of Candide Tovex. There's something in the water there, I'm
Absolutely.
pretty sure.
So making her X Games debut. Less than a month removed from a couple of impressive finishes at World Cup events in both Atlanta and Beijing, taking 4th place in a big air event. So she certainly has the chops. I'll be interested to see, though, what she throws down on the biggest stage in women's ski big air.
Definitely. There's nothing like stepping onto this stage, getting under the lights at X Games for the first time. But being right off the podium in those events probably lit a fire underneath her. Coming in switch, looking over that right shoulder. Nice. That is a switch cork 9. It's kind of a bio rotation, which I really like. So she takes off backwards, but then actually dips forward to get that cork going. Really clean. Great way to start the show.
Yeah, great style. And you talk about being that first rider to drop in a final. That's always tough. Oh, by the way, you're making your debut, your first ever drop in. Next, Isabel Atkin out of Park City, Utah.
Let's see what Izzy's got for us out here. Right side, 900 tail grab. One of her most standard tricks. She has that trick on lock. I think we're just kind of getting warmed up here, getting things to our feet and just start building that portfolio. Really nice grab there. Letting go a little bit early, but you can see her spot the landing. Putting the feet down, no problemo.
So our jam format officially beginning under 25 minutes now, ranking based on overall impression. So this is new in 2020, a departure from what we've seen in previous years, Jen.
It is. It's going to shake things up. These athletes previously, they were scored on their best trick to the right and their best trick to the left. But tonight, they're being judged on overall impression based on everything that they do. So everything gets taken into consideration. Whoa! Like that double cork 12 from Maggie Voisin right out the gate, swinging hard, Maggie.
Maggie Voisin in her 8th X Games appearance. We're going over new formats, and she goes, yo, keep your eyes on me.
Yeah, no problem there. Reaching down for the safety grab. She's definitely grabbing the knee as well to kind of keep herself in that rotation. Not the cleanest dub 12, but she took that so far down the landing. Super impressive.
Our next rider to drop in, another X Games rookie in due to another injury, Megan Oldham.
Megan Oldham, recipient of the Spirit of Sarah Scholarship years ago. Looking pretty good coming in switch.
18 years old, out of Parry Sound, Ontario.
Here's another look here. Reaching down for that mute grab. Holding on, nice and tight. And bringing it back down to the feet. Again, slightly over-rotated there, sliding out a little bit on the landing. But like we said, there's no scores right now, just rankings.
Correct.
And everything that you do counts.
So here's Sarah Hoffman. She's won this event before.
There's the switch left double cork 9 that she is known for. She won this event 2 years ago with that trick, so it's definitely going to be a factor tonight. She doesn't seem super happy with that one. Got a little bit hung up there, but again, getting the safety grab, holding it throughout.
But as you said, Jen, no scores. So the riders don't know necessarily what that number is, but we do have live rankings from our judges to give us an idea of what the standings look like, but nothing official until the contest ends. Dropping in next, Tesla Duh.
See what Tessa's got for us. Oh, lacing up the double cork 12 and fully grabbed throughout the entire rotation. Beautiful trick
That was
from Tess
clean.
right off the bat.
And remember, Tess is fresh off of that gold medal performance at X Games Norway late last year.
That's true, and Mathilde is the only one to win this event twice, so maybe Tess could shake that up and add herself to that list. Absolutely beautiful. You can see the difference here between, this is the same trick Maggie did, just a little bit cleaner. She gets the mute grab, she holds it throughout the entire rotation, landed super well. That's definitely
as you
her up.
see in the rankings, Tess taking over the top spot, but here is 17-year-old Kelly Silderu staring history in the face this evening.
Nice right side cork 9. Kelly is known for her consistency. She's known for her grabs. She gets that blunt grab, holds it throughout the entire rotation. Here's a closer look. Just dipping over that right shoulder. And see how she's grabbing the very, very tip of the tail. Tip of the tail.
Tip of the tail. I like the
End
alliteration.
of the tail.
And that brings us to our defending gold medalist, Mathilde Grimond.
Mathilde's definitely got a lot working in her favor. Beautiful, nice. But man, there has been some fire already tonight.
That's about as good of an opening run than you can ask for in a women's ski big air final, but Mathilde just looks so comfortable in the air, Jen.
So comfortable, reaching back again, grabbing tail, putting the landing gear down, no problem. Skiing without poles, I will say.
Yeah, the only one in our field without poles. And we begin run 2, 5 minutes in to our final. Here's Margot Hackett, her second attempt, currently in 4th.
All right, she's going forward this time, kind of getting that bio 7, but not quite setting the flip part of that enough. So she landed a little bit backseat, meaning her body weight was more towards her tails. She's gonna look to clean that up moving forward. But again, it was landed, it'll count. And judges are still looking for creativity. They're still looking for spinning in all directions, forward and backward, left and right. There is the switch left 1080. Getting the grab, really clean.
So Isabel Atkin drops her second run, and we take another look, and you see strategy starting to come into play here. That overall impression, I know it can seem subjective, but ultimately the judges want to see a little bit of everything. They want to see variation in the tricks. In the past, how can I perfect my 1 or 2 tricks? The judges want to see 4 or 5 different attempts.
Absolutely. And Maggie, that is her rodeo 9. So one of the things working to Maggie's advantage is that she has a lot of different axes on which she spins. So she had that double cork 12 that we saw initially, and now she's given us a rodeo here. Lean and back, this is more of a flat spin. It's not quite as inverted, but not quite locking onto the grabs, and that's still something the judges are gonna wanna see from these athletes. They love seeing a good, solid execution, clean grabs, and smooth style.
So Megan Oldham, one of our 2 rookies in the field, sitting in 8th place.
There's a nice switch left 10, mute grab, stomped, no problem.
And it should be noted, Megan, along with the other rookie in the field, Margot, those are the only 2 skiers in this field that don't have an X Games medal, Jen.
That's pretty insane. It's a stacked field out here, but they're holding their own too, which is super impressive.
So here's Sarah sitting now in 8th.
Oh, switch right, double cork 9. Dang. So we saw that to the left last time. Now showing that she can do this in both directions. Really impressive, really impressive.
Take another look.
I love how high she grabs mute there and just holds it through the whole entire rotation. So nice.
It's those little things, right, that just make such a difference with the judges. Length of hold, where she grabs. So under 17 minutes, Maggie Voisin leading this thing, by the way. Tesla Duh sitting in third. She drops in now.
Switch left 10, getting the grab, nice and clean, not as inverted there, but super, super solid. Man, she's got to like wind down from that first dub 12. What do you even do after that?
So Kelly Silderud had a three-peat last year, 3 medals. If she's gonna do it again in 2020, she's gotta do it here tonight.
Nice. Switch right 10 out of Kelly, getting the mute grab that time.
Kelly, of course, also competing in slopestyle and SuperPipe.
And again, reaching down, sliding that mute grab all the way out, but then kind of slipping off, letting go a little bit early. I'm totally nitpicking here. Otherwise, landed really nicely.
She's got 7 X Games medals and 8 competition starts. It's been an incredible start to Kelly Silderud's career. The same can be said for Mathilde Grimond.
Switch over the left shoulder, and there is that switch left. Double cork 10, stopped. She is pumped.
She's just so zoned.
So zoned.
It looks automatic for her right now.
Really does. Just dipping completely over there, spotting her landing.
And don't forget, because of the injury, she missed the entire 2018 X Games season. But I do want to remind you fans at home, Sunday, X Games from Aspen continues on ESPN2 at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, then at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific on ESPN. We'll wrap it all up with snowboard knucklehuck, men's ski superpipe, and Jacko Strong is back after missing last year to compete in snow bike best trick. All of our X Games coverage is also streaming live on the ESPN app. So 2 runs in the books, Jen. We are absolutely cruising here. Here's Margot Hackett dropping in for her 3rd attempt.
And there is the right side cork 9 tail. Looks like she came up a little bit short there. Ouch. Always glad to see them hopping up nice and quick.
So Tesla Duh still leading the way, as you see early in our rankings.
There's a look at this, reaching back, grabbing tail, and she's spotting her landing here. We'll see.
What goes wrong?
Just landing looks like a little bit heavy.
Yep.
She actually made the landing just fine. I think just a little forward on those tips and popped right out. That's also the nice part about this format. No one is being deducted for crashes.
Correct.
Anything you do is just adding upon what you have already done. So this is, for lack of a better word, kind of inconsequential. She has a few more jumps in this jam format to really show the judges what she's got.
Right, you can climb the ladder, but you can't be dropped down or penalized, dare we say. Someone's got to come and take that spot from you. Could Isabel Atkin be someone who does that, sitting at 6th?
Nice, there's the left side 9 safety. Her first 2 jumps were to the right, so now she's showing us that she can spin to the left. My guess is next time she'll come in backwards, spin to the left. Here's a look at that left side 900, getting the safety grab. We call it safety because it's one of the easier grabs, but she's spinning to her unnatural direction.
And the beauty of this new format, here's Maggie Voisin dropping in, is there's so much leapfrogging happening. Maggie was leading this contest about a minute and a half ago.
Almost a little short there. Switch left 1080 out of Maggie. Again, just showing us her variety. She's now done a rodeo, she's done a double, and here she is with this switch 10.
Yeah, Maggie seems to have a clear understanding of this format.
Absolutely.
A lot of variety in her run so far.
And you know, it's the first time we've done it, so there's
Correct.
a lot of question marks out there about how this is going to work and what the judges want to see. But ultimately, I think you just got to go and do everything that you possibly can under the sun.
Megan Oldham, one of our X Games rookies.
Oh! Whoa!
so good.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna need another look at that. The follow cam guys, man, they are taking this game to a whole other level. Wow.
Take another look.
Boom, over that left shoulder, setting the double cork 12, wrapping it around.
She able to get the grab.
Doesn't get the grab. It's really the only thing we can nitpick, but I think this is a newish trick for her. And man, it's pretty good. You can tell she knew where she was throughout that entire rotation. And she went
complete air awareness. Sarah Hufflin sitting in 7th place.
Almost a little over rotated there, but hanging on. Left side, cork 900.
Sarah's been so good in her X Games career, Jen. She's never finished worse than 5th in either big air or slopestyle.
That's insane.
I believe we have our 3rd member of our team, DC, out on the course. DC, what do you got for us, man?
Yeah, Brando, just big props there to Megan Oldham there with that left up 12. The first time she ever landed that trick, yesterday in practice. No big deal. Killing it.
Amazing. I love it. That's what X Games is all about.
So here is our current leader, Tess Lada.
Coming in switch over that right shoulder. Really nice switch right side bio 1080 there. Again, taking off backwards and then dipping forward toward the downhill part of this slope. Really, really clean.
And at this point, it's got to be really good as we're 10-minute mark into our final to have the lead, because she's essentially playing with house money right now. She knows somebody's got to come up now and take first place from her. It could be this young lady, though, 17-year-old Kelly Silderu. Most X Games golds before turning 18. She could tie Chloe Kim with a gold medal. And remember, that doesn't have to be tonight. She's got 2 more cracks at it this weekend.
So crazy. She's such a talented athlete, competing in all 3 disciplines here. The switch left side 1080 mute grab, nice and clean. The one thing you'll notice about Kelly's skiing, the axis of rotation tends to be pretty similar. It's beautiful skiing nonetheless. She gets that mute grab, locks on there, holds it that time. And left is actually her unnatural direction, believe it or not. So she doesn't make it look unnatural.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it watching that, my goodness. So Mathilde Gramont sitting in that silver medal spot as we close in on 10 minutes here in the women's ski big air final.
Coming in forward with the left side, double cork 12. Not quite holding on to the landing. Giving us a little reverse penguin slide here. Popping back up.
And you would think that was an effect on her kit, but I think I think that's the style, the snowfall on it. So we are more than halfway through our women's ski big air final. Tess Lada still leading this thing. So much more to come from women's big air here at X Games Aspen after this. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this women's ski big air final. This is fun. Obviously a new format, so the riders are trying to get a feel for that. But I would say so far, everyone seems to be figuring it out, and that Tess Lada is rising above the rest thus far.
Absolutely. That double cork 12 mute was insane. She's so on a point right now, and everybody is just skiing great, putting things to their feet, left and right. Backwards, forwards, I'm loving it.
If you're watching online, wherever you're watching, make sure to send us the comments. We actually have YouTube open, so if you've got a question for Jen or have an idea of where someone should be ranked, or if you've got an issue with the scoring, let us know. We'd love to hear it, and we can address it maybe after the show. But thanks for watching. Let's find out who's going to win this thing. Stick around.
X Games Aspen is brought to you by Pacifico Beer. Live life, anchors up, discover responsibly.
Welcome back to Women's Ski Big Air here on a huge night 2 of X Games Aspen, coming to you from Buttermilk Mountain. There you see Sarah Hofflin, and we actually got a chance to catch up with her a little earlier and find out about her drive for competing here at the X Games.
X Games is the coolest competition. It's actually one of the very first competitions that I ever watched. I was amazed. I absolutely loved it. Now that I'm here, I'm still pinching myself. 2018, getting the gold medal in Big Air was completely unexpected. I decided to try and do a switch 9, and I really didn't mean for that switch 9 to be a switch double 9, which I'd never done before.
Oh, not holding anything back, starting us off strong with the switch left side double cork 900.
I just couldn't really believe it. I just remember getting this medal and just looking at it like, oh my God, this is mine. I just done this. It's a dream come true, completely.
About as good of a X Games debut as one can have from Sarah Hofflin back in 2018. A podium threat every time she's on the course. And right now, according to our live rankings from the judges, she's sitting just outside of the top 3, Jen.
Yeah, but we've got a few runs left, and I know she's got more tricks up her sleeve. So we'll see what gets shaken up out here.
There we see one of our rookies out of France, Margot Hackett.
The question I'm asking now is, are athletes going to keep showing us a different variety of trick or try to clean up a trick they've already done? There was the switch bio 10 that time. Stepping it up, adding a 180 degree of rotation on there, half a rotation. Over that right side, reaching back for the tail grab, not quite locking on.
And again, it should be noted if you're just joining us, Margot filling in due to a couple of injuries, finding out just really not long before the final even got started that she was in this thing. And she was the one to kick off this event. But we turn our attention now to Isabel Atkin.
All right, setting up switch here over that right shoulder, her natural spinning direction. Getting the drone shot going. We'll get another look at this here. Switch right side, reaching down, grabbing mute, locking on, pulling back, and then slipping off. It almost looked like she went for the Japan after that.
It did.
Mute, reaching down for the Japan. I like it. I like it. If she gets that next time, I'm all in.
Yeah, you got to believe those little nuances are exactly what the judges are looking for when we talk about overall impression. But here is Maggie Voisin, who all of a sudden is in 7th place.
What? All right, going to clean up that double cork 12, coming up just a little bit short on the rotation there. Maggie's looking really solid, though. She's coming back from a knee injury that she suffered in the spring. So to be throwing down like this says a lot for her training, her strength, her determination.
Megan Oldham sitting in 6th place.
Here is the left side, double cork 12 to the feet that time. Cleaned it up. It looks like she dialed back on the speed. Last time she went massive and just couldn't quite hang on. Really nice, reaching down for safety, kind of getting the boot grab there. Oh, she got her hand under there. Nice job, Megan. It's hard to come out here your first time at X Games and put the hardest trick that you've never done in your life to your feet.
Sarah Hofflin trying to win gold again for the first time since her rookie year in 2018.
Switch left, double cork 9, cleaning up her first run trick. We'll see how this affects her score, sitting in 5th at the moment. And again, the judges are looking for variety not only of rotation and axis, but of grabs, spinning direction.
And we're closing in on 7 minutes here in the jam. Tesla Duh, who might take this thing the distance, really since her first run, grabbed the lead and hasn't looked back, Jen.
I'm so impressed with Tessa's game tonight. Switch left 12.
Whoa.
Dang. It's one of the higher rotating tricks we've seen tonight. She seems pretty happy about it.
I think that reaction says it all.
She's blowing her own mind is what she just said in French. Just kidding, I have no idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say, thank goodness one of us speaks it here in the booth, but wow.
I love it, no problem. And sneaking that Japan grab in there, holding it throughout the whole entire rotation. It's so hard to take off backwards and land forwards. Something you might think it's easier to land forwards, but to get yourself perfectly positioned so that you can ski out of it is no easy feat. Switch left 10. It looked like she went mute to tail on that.
By the way,
to see if she got the grab.
Sorry, Jen, but Sarah Hofland's previous run actually jumped her up into second place.
Ooh.
And knocked out Megan Oldham and Kelly Silderoo out of the top 3. So now Kelly Silderoo all of a sudden is on the outside looking in.
There's Mathilde with the forward double cork, 1260. We saw her do this earlier this year in Atlanta. She is pumped to put that down right now. I love it.
And we may have a battle on our hands for this podium.
Reaching down for safety with the right hand and then tail with the left hand. Not quite locking on with either one, but man, pretty stomped.
And Mathilde Gramont jumps up into second place, and it would be fitting, wouldn't it, Jen, under 5 minutes to go, that our defending gold medalist from Aspen in this event would go head-to-head with our gold medalist from X Games Norway in Big Air. For more, let's head back down to DC.
Guys, I'm loving the progression that we're witnessing out here. Real quick, let's watch this go here with the switch 1, 2, 3 times around there, crashing on the switch 10. But Tesla Do never has done that switch left up 12, guys. We are witnessing progression. What a beautiful thing this is.
Yeah, well said, DC. Jen's been saying it all night, too, and I think that is what this contest in particular is all about, and I think this format only reinforces it.
It really does. Opening the door to allow athletes to get creative, to try new things without consequence.
So closing in on 4 minutes here in our final, Isabel Atkin in 6th place.
Oh, losing both the, one ski on the landing there. Standing up seems to be okay.
Well, fans want to make sure you stick around after X Games for SportsCenter with John Anderson and Michael Eaves. They'll have post-game reactions from Zion's second NBA game, plus Tiger looks to stay in contention at the Farmers Insurance Open, and the best moments from Eli Manning's retirement press conference. SportsCenter next, right here on ESPN and the ESPN app. Something about this event, Jen, under the lights just reinforces the magnitude of this contest, and the ladies are really living up to what the potential is here and the progression in real time. You've said it, DC said it, the ladies pushing out tricks that they've never done before in contests, or maybe tried in practice earlier today or yesterday, and maybe they didn't even put it down, but realize they've got to if they want a podium here at X Games in 2020.
Absolutely, and from everyone I've spoken to, they're absolutely loving this jump. It is built so phenomenally. We're gonna have to see what Maggie's got here with the dub 12, cleaning things up, taking it so deep. That will be an improvement. She crashed on the last one. Her first run, dub 12, wasn't super clean. Here's another look. Nice takeoff there.
I'm glad I put that one down.
It's
Getting
good.
the safety grab.
It's good to see her get back to it, too.
Absolutely. Getting right back on the horse. No hesitation.
Grab locked in.
Bumping up
And a
to
nice
fifth.
stomp. Okay, moves up. Moves up. So Megan Oldham is quietly having a great X Games debut. She's just outside of the podium position. What can she do here, Jen?
I have no idea. My mind is being blown left and right. Right side 9, getting the tail grab. Really impressive performance from everyone, but particularly the rookies in this field. Reaching back for that tail grab, getting it just at the end there, and putting the landing gear down.
Yeah, over the years of this event, rookies have had success, right? Like our next rider drop in, Sarah Hofflin, who would win. There you see our current leader, Tesla Duh. But when the field consists of all of those previous rookie winners, it makes it that much tougher and that much more impressive for a young lady like Megan Oldham to be competing out here. But here's Sarah Hofflin currently in that bronze medal position.
Switch right, dub 10 to the bottom. Not quite holding on to that one. Sarah's going for it. Her skis are fast. Here's another look. Not quite locking onto the grab. There she gets it second time around. And opening up, reaching for that landing, but just had a little bit too much air time to make it work out.
So that leaves the door open potentially for a couple of these skiers as we're closing in on the 1 minute mark. We're potentially looking at the final attempts of the contest. Here is our current leader. How will Tess play this one?
It's been a banner night for her already. Left side 9, keeping it chill, but so smooth. I mean, I could watch her ski all night.
So now Tess will have to sit and wait because there's a couple of skiers left that could potentially take over that top spot as you take another look.
Really nice skiing out of Tess tonight. Subtleties in her grabs and her style.
Most X Games medals as a teenager. Shaun White and Nyjah Huston both with 9. Kelly could potentially tie Tom Shar tonight and get into 8 and possibly even pass those two at the top with more medal performances this weekend. But here's Kelly Silverou sitting in 6th place.
Switch left 12, mute. Upping her switch left 10, adding a half of a rotation onto that. Super clean, probably not enough to crack that podium position, but really great skiing, super consistent. Never expect anything less out of Kelly, and just getting that mute grab sliding out.
She did what she needed to do. She added the tech, right, and her score's coming in, and she did, just as you said, Jen, she moved up a couple spots into 4th. Not enough to get into the podium position, but that's the way you play it. And then there was one, our defending gold medalist. This is the last run of the final. She's sitting right behind our current leader, Tesla Duh. This is her last chance to potentially defend her gold.
Coming in forward, what's she got for us? Right side, oh, it almost looked like she wanted to set that as a double and then kind of pulled out. But to her feet.
And the first thing she does, as you see, she looks up at the screen to see a replay. I think you might be right, Jen.
We'll take a closer look here. Yeah, she kind of sets it flat and doesn't quite have enough to dip it over there, so she kind of lets go of the skis and just prepares to put the landing gear down.
So again, nothing official yet. That's the beauty of these live rankings, and now it is women's ski figure. Tesla Duh with the gold medal. Wow.
What a night.
Tess picking up right where she left off, Jen, a gold medal at X Games Norway in this very event just a few months ago, and now her first gold medal at an X Games in Aspen.
I love it. And she joins Mathilde Grimaud as one of 2 women to have 2 big air gold medals from X Games.
Well, congratulations again to Tess Leduc and our entire podium. Mathilde Grimaud and Sarah Hofflin needed something big on that last run to get her up into that bronze medal position, Jen.
This is just, I'm so blown away. There's another look at that double cork 12 from Tess. Switch, left side 10. Super solid skiing out of Tess Leduc tonight and this entire field.
Congratulations from Women's Ski Big Air.
Well, you were standing here and you were watching Mathilde come down. What were you thinking as you saw her come down to the final run?
I'm very, very nervous. I cross my finger a lot and it's just amazing.
All right, well, a huge congratulations. You tasted gold in Norway and now you're back on top. X Games Aspen one more time. Your gold medalist here at the Women's Ski Big Air.
Wow.